All right, ladies, this is Push It class for Monday, April 6th. We're going to start with some hips. If you have a resistance band like this, you can slip it on over your knees. If not, that's okay. You don't need to have one. We're going to line up the knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders, and exhale, reach out to the side with your right leg, keeping it under your hip and keeping your weight distributed evenly across your hands and your knee that's on the ground. Reach out to the side and back down slowly. All right, when you're done with at least 12 up to 20 reps per side, you can switch to the other side. So raising that knee up, try to keep your weight even. It's going to try to send you to the opposite arm of the leg that you're lifting. Try to fight that by leaning into the arm of the leg that you're lifting. So we're working our hips. Exhale as you lift, inhale to lower, and keep your knee hovering above the mat. All right, next up, we're gonna work glutes and hamstrings. So I just finished on my left side, so I'm gonna use my right leg first so that my left leg can rest a little bit. And I'm gonna kick my right heel out and up, keeping my knee above the ground when I come back in, but kicking out and up. Trying to straighten my leg as I kick out, working my glute and hamstring, kicking straight back and up toward my ceiling. Inhaling on the way in, exhaling on the way out. Keep your head out in front of your hands. All right, once you've done at least 12 of those up to 20, you can switch to the other side. Keep your knees a little bit apart, hands equidistant. And kick out with your left side now. And kick out and up toward that ceiling. So try to extend your leg all the way, keeping your knee pointed down the whole time. All right, after you're done with that, 3 times through, but once for now, you're gonna flip over and work your low abs. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can go with a bent knee and your head down. If you do that, place your hands beside your hips and you're gonna lower your legs and then use your core to bring your knees back up over your hips. The second option is to hold your head up and bend your knees and use your low abs to bring your knees back, but keep your chin down so that you're working your upper core. Then you can also straighten the legs and rest the head down or hold it up and lower down slowly and exhale using your core, lift back, lower down slowly and reach back using your abs. So pull those abs in and reach back. Make sure you go down slow and drag up. Down slow and drag up. And again, the modification with the bent knee. Make sure you're looking down. All right, you want to do 10 to 15 of those. Then next up is going to be a chest fly. So go ahead and grab your weights. You don't have to have heavy weights. If you have light weights, I want you to keep your arms long and reach up. If you have no weights, you can use canned goods or maybe a small book, a little tchotchke if you have one that isn't too sharp that you can hold on to safely. All right, now if you have heavier weights like I do in my hands, you're gonna sink down and keep your elbows bent. But if you've got lighter weights or you're just using your arms and not holding on to anything, then you can reach your arms out fairly straight. Hold at the bottom for 2, 1, and press up. Down and hold and press up. Down, sink, hold and press up. 2 more. I want you to do at least 8 to 12 of these as well. And last one. And do this entire round 3 times through. The end of this round is just going to be a little cardiovascular work. So we're going to do some booty kicking. So I want you to stand up and you're going to kick yourself in the rear. So just kick your heels up towards your glutes, transferring weight, squeezing your hamstrings as you kick, which you're working, doing the hips and the donkey kicks that we're doing in that first block. So this will help them work a little bit more. If you want to add impact, you can kick and kind of run in place. But this is fine as well. So I want you to do that whole sequence with the fire hydrants, the donkey kicks, the chest flies, the abs, and the glute kicks 3 times through. And then the next round we're going to do, still going to focus a little bit on chest, triceps, and then legs as well. So we're going to begin with a squat, and then you're going to step together, lunge back with your left foot, step in wide with it, squat again, step your right foot over to your left, reach back with it, and step your right foot in wide, squat, step together, reach your left foot back long, step in wide, and together, reach your right foot back long, and step wide, squat, step together, left foot back long, step in wide, squat, right foot over, reach back long, sink, up tall, squat, left foot over, reach it back, step in, squat, right foot over to the left, reach it back long, step in wide. Make sure your feet are even when you squat. Make sure the toe that's staying forward is inside the heel on the leg that you're lunging on, which is that front leg. And then right foot over to left, back, step in wide, and squat. All right, after that, we're going to do some push-ups. So knees or toes. So get your knees lined up under your hips. Head out in front of your hands. Step back with one foot and then the other. And you're going to push up. Keep your hips up as high as your shoulders, almost abs in, down and up. Do at least 10 of these. And then you're going to take a little break. All right, now we're going to do some tricep extensions. So if you have a dumbbell, grab it, or if you have 2 light ones, you can hold 2 as well. I'm just going to hold 1. So lay on back and then bend your elbows, whether you have 2 or 1. You're going to bend them and hold them in tight by your body, and you're going to point them forward. You're going to bring the weight down to the top of your forehead and extend your arm. So only move the lower arm. Keep from your elbow to your shoulder in the same space the whole time. The elbows will tend to bow out or shift forward. So make sure that you keep your weight at the top of your head and your elbows in and pointed forward. If you have 2 dumbbells, that's fine. You're just going to do the same exact range of motion, but down and drive up. So just come down by the ears like so and drive up, again, only moving that lower arm. Your weights are going to be up by the tops of your ears when you come down if you've got 2 weights. All right, next up is a little bit more cardio. So we did booty kickers in the first round. So now we're going to do high knees. So knees up by your chest. This is the high impact version. The low impact version is just a simple march. And you can pick it up by bringing your knees up higher. You can make it a little more challenging. All right, for that for about 30 seconds. Then you're gonna go back through and start your squats, then your lunges, squat, and then back into the push-ups, the triceps, and then back to your marches. All right, the final block, if you've got 2 weights, you're gonna grab them, and we're gonna do some deadlifts. All right, so you're gonna stand with your feet no wider than hip distance. I've got mine just a little inside my hips, and I'm gonna reach my hips back, keeping my knees soft, lean forward into my toes, stand up, push my hips forward. So I'm gonna reach just my hips back, and I'm looking straight down at the ground because I can keep my chest out that way. If you feel like your upper back is rounding at all, I want you to look out and ahead, raise your chin up a little bit. And I'll show you what that looks like. All right. So if you can keep your back nice and straight, you can look straight down. And squeeze and lift up. But if you feel like your back is rounding, you can keep your chin elevated and look at the wall or the couch or whatever is in front of you. So take your time going back, reach just your hips back, and then kind of lean forward into the toes and stand up tall, squeezing your glutes. We're working those hamstrings and glutes, so you should feel this in the back of your legs and in your bottom. 10 to 12 of these. Then after that, if you do have some lighter weights, you're gonna grab those and do some tricep extensions. So you're gonna bend over slightly and then hands by your chest, and you're gonna press back and point the dumbbells. You're gonna hold them up toward the top, keep them in close to you, and push back and squeeze. Push back with your index finger and kind of point to the back wall or whatever's behind you, really squeezing your tricep muscle. And do at least 10 to 12 of these, 3 times through. And then the last thing we're gonna do is a little squat with the leg left. So if you need some balance assistance, I suggest you grab a chair. But if you're fine without it, then you can try it without. Angle this down so you can see the feet. Okay. So we're gonna get back into a stationary lunge. Right leg's gonna be my base leg, the one that stays in position. I'm gonna squat down and stand up, and I'm gonna lift my left foot up and turn just my toe out. Then I'm gonna release and my chest back straight again, And then I'm gonna stand up and lean over a little bit, squeezing the glute on the back leg by turning my toe out and lifting that foot. I'm kicking my left heel straight back and then rotating. So sink down, kick up, and rotate. And back down, and up, and rotate. Sink down, and up, rotate. Straighten your back and lift your chest when you go down. Then you're gonna lean forward so you can lift your back leg up. Do 8 to 12 per side of that. And then switch, making your left leg the base leg, down and up. And this makes 10. Do at least that many. All right. So repeat that again. The deadlifts, the standing tricep extensions with the 2 dumbbells if you have them, and then the squats with leg lifts. Have a great workout. Repeat it 3 times.